Good morning, everyone. Today is June 30th, 2020. My name is Karen Bodenschatz. I serve as Associate Pastor at First Lutheran Church in Onalaska, Wisconsin, and this is our morning musing for the day. On June 1st, a high school friend posted the following on Facebook, and I've been thinking about it a lot. To give you a little bit of background, Sharice Hammond and I met when we were both members of a group called the Santa Ana Winds. We were a marching band, a community marching band, traveled all over the country and the world together. And we have remained friends, although we haven't seen each other since I helped her find an apartment in Delaware while I was living in Philly, where she was going to be an intern at a hospital there. So since she was in medical school and I was in seminary, we really haven't had an opportunity to sit down face to face with one another. But we keep it up with each other as we can. So I wanted to read to you what she posted. This was on June 1st, 2020, in response to the killing of George Floyd. We are McStuffin Mommies. We are a collective of nearly 1,200 women physicians of color. We are nearly 1,200 women physicians of color who are also mothers. Daily, we leave our homes and tend to minds, bodies, and souls to heal them and make them better, regardless of color. With a smile, we perform physicals on tow-headed boys who look like Dylan Roof, then come home and wince in fear when our sweet little boys smile with that small gap in the front like Ahmed Aubrey. Cheerfully, we set the broken bones of men with a sprinkling of gray hair like Derek Chauvin, then anxiously hold our breaths when our husbands and stand tall in dapper black suits and leave our homes like George Floyd. We hold the hands and deliver the babies of precious young women like Amy Cooper, then admonish our sons to never leave the house alone and always have a witness when speaking to strange women who do not look like us, their sisters or their grandmothers. Anxiously, we teach our curly-haired boys that if those women raise an alarm, to keep their hands up, their eyes down, and voices low when speaking to those they may summon. With determined efficiency, we restart the hearts of obese red-headed men like Travis McMichael, then feel our stomach twist in knots when our daughters complete their application for EMT training like Breonna Taylor. We remain committed to our oath to provide the best medical care possible to every patient that crosses our paths, regardless of their station in life, their religious affiliation, and their color. We do this while we look at our beautiful brown children with the crushing reality that this world will never afford them the same level of equity and grace. For 8 minutes and 46 seconds we saw, but most of all we heard. We heard 114 words, 2 that pierced our souls, 2 cries for mama. We heard our boys, we heard our girls. We heard in that moment that no matter how many lives we may save, there are so many others willing to take the lives we made. Make a promise to us, America. We made a promise to care for your children. Make a promise to us to do better for our children. Allow us to breathe. I cried when I read this. I cried because I saw in my mind's eye Sharice's beautiful, talented, smart daughter. I cried because I thought of Bridget and Glenn's sons, who are young men, who are African American, who are contributing to society in pretty amazing ways. I cried because I thought of the little ones in our own congregation who are people of color. And I made a promise to Sharice that day and to all of those people, to my friends of color, young and old, that I would work so that this world would be a place where their children are welcomed, where their children are loved just as much as any other child. that no mother would be afraid to send her young African American son out into the world. That's been my commitment. Friends, it is not easy to do this work. It requires a lot of courage. But it requires no more courage than our African American brothers and sisters have every single day to walk around this world. It is a new kind of courage, though, for us who are white. So I hope that you are reading. I hope that you are in conversations with people. I wish we could sit down together and have conversations about what Charisse posted, what we're hearing, the questions that we have. Those are the kinds of places and conversations that we need to have, that we as white people need to have together. I'm happy to answer any of those questions. I don't know that I have a lot of answers, but we can at least talk through how we are going to be better witnesses to Jesus in this world. I hope you are joining me in this work.